Okay, welcome everybody. We're here to talk to you today a little bit about animal care, also jobs that might be out there if you are interested in maybe working with animals. So the first thing is a little bit of did you know facts for you today. Did you know that 47% of the UK's population has a pet? That's nearly half of people in the UK that own a pet. And there's 24 million pets in the UK. Now that might be dogs, cats, rabbits, but also exotic pets as well. Have any of you got a pet? Show of hands if you've got pets. Okay, lovely, lots of you, it's brilliant.
Okay, loads of you have got pets out there. We love spending money on our pets, and that creates loads of jobs, from making beds to making toys to selling these. Now actually nearly 15 billion is spent in the UK on pets every year.
Also, 25 million people a year visit zoos, aquariums and similar in the UK. Have any of you ever been to a zoo? Chester Zoo, Dudley Zoo? Yeah, again, lots of hands, brilliant.
Okay, now I know some of you are starting your journey and making decisions about what you're going to be doing in later life. Now over 1/5 of animal care employees begin their career through voluntary work. Now, in later life, for some of you now will be coming up with your options. It is a case of voluntary work is the key. Now, it's a way in to becoming successful within the industry because it's the way forward, and you never really see animal care jobs advertised because it's people that do the voluntary work get them positions.
Over 2,000 animals every year are rehomed by animal welfare organisations in the UK. You may have heard of the RSPCA, the Birmingham Dogs Home, yeah, see a few nodding faces, and also the Blue Cross. Now at Solihull College we have a Blue Cross cattery, and we actually help to rehome cats that need a new home, that have been found as strays or that have been neglected. So that's 2,000 every year.
Now animal care is massive out there. There are over 13,000 different businesses which exist within the animal care industry.
And within those businesses, there's 78,000 animal care jobs and volunteer positioned within those 13,000 different businesses in the UK.
So we've been talking about jobs, the RSPCA, the Blue Cross. Can anybody give me any jobs within the animal care industry? What jobs would be out there? Anybody got any ideas? Yes, young man. A vet, that's a great one. Any others? Oh, I'm coming to you. Zookeeper, brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, anybody that works in a zoo, brilliant. Farmers, yeah. Okay, oh, I'm coming to you as well. Animal home, yeah, rehoming animals. Brilliant answers, everyone, brilliant. Okay, here's some others that you might want to get your teeth into.
So there's things like a veterinary nurse. If you've got pets, you might sometimes have to take them to the vets if they're not very well, and you might see a veterinary nurse. They help to prepare animals for surgery. They might look after your animals if they have to stay in overnight. Also, as many of you have said, things like working in a zoo, working in a kennels or a cattery. Also, if you ever see the police out with their horses and their dogs, has anybody ever seen them? Police dogs and horses, yeah, brilliant. So also we can get involved with animals that actually help our armed and our uniformed forces. And then there's also things like riding instructors and marine biologists. If you've ever looked into anything with the Sea Life Centre, if you've ever been to the Sea Life Centre here in Birmingham, all sorts of jobs looking after the aquatic life in the Sea Life Centres as well.
Okay, now videos just starting on people that have actually made the journey.
I wanted to go into the animal care industry because I've always had a passion for animals. I've always owned animals when I was a child and that kind of thing. I've always liked sort of being out in the great outdoors and things as well, so it's something that I really wanted to do.
I grew up around animals constantly. Dogs, horses, sheep, and it just seemed natural to me.
I've always had a passion for assistance dogs. I do volunteer speaking for hearing dogs for deaf people, and when I had an opportunity to change my career, I decided that's what I wanted to do.
I wanted to get in the animal care industry because I was always interested in the welfare of animals, and I was always interested in the enrichment of them, and also the housing of them, and also just the general caring of animals.
It was a lot more relaxed at college and more enjoyable. You could get on with your tutors a lot more.
I felt the college environment was quite different to school in the sense that
a lot more sort of independence at college. You did have to organise your time a lot better. You're getting buses and things like that rather than getting lifts to school and things. So I did feel it was quite a big step, but enjoyed it.
Before joining the course, my aspirations really were to work hands-on with animals, to do training or to be involved in the kennel work with them.
Before joining the course in animal care, I actually wanted to go into teaching. I wasn't sure sort of initially whether that was primary school or secondary school. And then I just decided I wanted to work with animals and thought that if I combined the two together then it could work quite well.
Before joining the course, I wanted to be a vet, and all through the course I wanted to be a vet until we went on a trip to Jersey Zoo doing like observational studies, and it was just amazing being around animals all the time. And as soon as I left there I knew that was exactly what I wanted to be, a zookeeper.
The units within the course that I did have helped in respect of they cover health and welfare of animals, they cover kennel and cattery management.
It taught me both practical side and theory side. With my job you need to know a lot of theory of animals to ensure that they're well kept, and obviously if they've got any ailments that you know that, but as well as the practical side of restraining them, handling them, showing students how to handle them.
It mainly all the cleaning and the health checking and showing what to look for illnesses, and all about the diets, what animals need.
I got my current employment whilst, it's quite funny actually, whilst completing some assignments up in the computer room at the college. I was sat with one of my classmates and he showed me a website where jobs were advertised. This job popped up in front of me, so I think it was fate really. The college course really helped in respect of the fact that semester we were actually looking at doing CVs and writing job applications. So I thought I'd give it a go and was lucky to be successful.
When I decided that I wanted to be a zookeeper and I finished the course, all I sent out was CVs to every zoo. Every zoo that was offering a job, every zoo that was close. And luckily I found Drayton Manor, which is just down the road from here.
I enjoy most about my job basically working with the students and actually feeling like I'm making a difference by helping people and actually providing them with an education.
I love the contact with the dogs. I love the fact that we make such a difference to people's lives, that there's 180,000 people out there that rarely leave home alone because of their visual impairment. And the dog just makes such a big difference.
Favourite aspect of the job is the variety. It's always different. Obviously you handle all different animals each day.
You get to see what they're like in all weathers, all the different behaviours.
The best thing about working with animals is that you're not sort of sat doing a 9 to 5 in an office. You do get to see all sorts of different situations. I mean, up in the staff room at the moment we've got some 17-day-old kittens that we're having to hand rear. And every day is just different. You never know what you're going to face on a day-to-day basis.
I don't know what it is. It's just I find them a lot more interesting than people. So that's why I had to work in an animal job instead of with humans.
They're fun to be around, and when you're having a stressful day, there's nothing better than a cuddle with a dog to make you feel better.
Okay, you might have met somebody on there. I'll come to you in a minute. Is that okay? You might have seen somebody on there that you knew. So how are these people become successful within the industry? You need both subject knowledge and practical skills. Now, for whatever qualifications you have, then there is an animal care qualification or a course for you to do out there.
There's also work experience and voluntary work that you'd need to get involved in. Lots of you put your hands up when we said, have you got any pets? So you'd have your own experience looking after your own animals. But if you did want to eventually go into a job working with animals, you'd actually need to get a bit of hands-on experience out in different businesses and getting that experience under your belt as well.
Now, a lot of people say that maths and English, you don't really need that to work with animals, but yes, you do. If you're going to be giving medication to an animal, then you need to be able to measure it out. If you're writing a report on the animal's behaviour, then it needs to be very detailed. So English and maths is crucial to work in this industry.
You also need some flexibility, so if you find it a bit hard to get out of bed in the morning, when working with animals you do need to get up nice and early, they do need to be fed, they do need to be watered and cleaned out, and also it can go on quite late into the night as well.
You also have to use your initiative. You have to think on the spot. It might be a case of, does that animal need to be put down? Does that animal need to go to the vet? But in saying that, you also need to be a really good team player.
As well as that, you need to be able to communicate well. So you need to be able to talk to people that you work with and be able to communicate to transfer the necessary information about caring for the animals that you're working with.
So, as I've mentioned before, there is stepping stones. So you can come into animal care with any qualification that you've got, and that will depend on where you start your animal care journey. Now, this can allow you to progress onto university or into full-time employment.
If you start to study within animal care, then you will study with like-minded peers. And what that means is that at school you might be sat next to somebody that likes maths, next to somebody that likes art. But if you study within a college environment, study in animal care, you'll be with everybody that likes to work with animals and wants to care for them.
You are going to be taught by people that have actually been there and done it. Rachel's background's at equine and pet shops, and my background's farming, so we'd like to share our experiences with you.
It can be extremely rewarding at times. I heard a few ahs when the kittens were on and they were hand feeding the orphan kittens. It is extremely rewarding if we have situations like that and we can make animals better. And also, like I said, with the Blue Cross Centre that we've got at the college, we can rehome animals, which again is very rewarding.
But in saying that, it can also be very sad at times and very emotional. If you've got to tell an owner that their animal needs to be put down, or you've worked with that animal for years and sadly it dies, then it can be very upsetting.
And some jobs will also require you to be out in all weathers. So it's a lovely job in the summer when you can be out in the sunshine and feeding the animals, but also you need to bear in mind that if it's raining or snowing or frosty, then you do need to be out and care for those animals, whatever the weather.
And statistics prove that animal care is a job for life. Every day is different and it allows you to progress your way up within the industry.
So that's nearly it from us for today. But now thinking about what you do next. You can visit our website, which is solihull.ac.uk. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring any of the animals with us today. The meerkats had a bit of stage fright and the donkeys wouldn't fit in the car. But we have got an open day next Saturday, which is the 23rd of November, from 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock at our Blossomfield campus. So you can by all means come along, bring your mums and dads and your family, come and have a look at our facilities that we've got at the college and our animals, and also have a chat to us about the different courses that you might eventually think about joining.
If you can't make that date, then we will be around for a while afterwards. So if you want to find out more about the courses, then please come and have a chat with us and we will answer your questions.
We can also share some more of our success stories and we can advise you on how to start your journey.
If you are looking to do some voluntary work within the industry, yes, you can get in touch with us, but a good website is www.lantra.co.uk. So thank you very much for listening to our presentation today. Has anybody got any questions? This is nice and easy. Don't go easy on us. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation today. We will be around, like I've just said, so if you're a little bit nervous in asking a question in front of everyone, please come and see us. We will be waiting over there and we will answer your questions. Thank you for your time.
And hopefully we'll see you on the 23rd of November.
Thank you.
Thank you.